I'm waiting for the ads. As you can see, this ad supports Twitch.
Right.
Hey guys that don't see ads, because I know you guys, some of you don't see ads. Ad blockers. Straight into an ad, see? It's Mosh Shops again. It is Mosh Shops again.
Hey everybody, this is GM Dad. Mosh Shops.
Nice.
What's it? What Kumio used to call me, Daddy Longlegs. Bubbles.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm a slow reader.
Pie's still in Korea? Yes, he is.
He'll be back next week.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I will go ahead and make sure that Pie feels the love. Actually, he should be watching.
Shout
I should figure out where he's at. He should be like lurking. Pie, Pepe. These guys know. They feel me.
Oh, you know.
All right, welcome back everybody to Kurtzpel TV. We are here to drop some truth bombs on you all.
Yes.
So that being said, we're going to wait for everybody to go holler at your boy, holler at your girl, get your mammy in here and your grandma and everybody else, and we will cover some kind of like a recap of some of the things we picked up on last week, and then dive right into some truth bombs and some show and tell. So,
Yeah.
be prepared. Go get everybody. Holler.
Get everyone.
Holla. Please.
Get your mom, get your dad, get your neighbors.
Uh-huh.
Hey, hindi man nariwan.
Cryohawk. We feel you, man. We feel, eventually, hopefully, people scream loud enough, we'll get that side. Mm-hmm.
Whole family's here, Pog.
Get the whole family in.
They're already here. That's what he's saying.
That's all I got.
Party, let's go.
How long will this stream be today? What do you guys think? An hour. Unfortunately, we've got a whole lot of other stuff. Where Jeff is. Alrighty. LF Bubbles Funny Cosplay. Oh. Scythe is awesome weapon.
I have to watch the stream when I get back from my job interview.
See, Vitae, I'm with you there. Spear, I love Spear, but that's a callback to my like Dynasty Warrior days.
Yes. Hey, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff. See, I told you.
But why is Pi gone? The man, the legend.
It's GM Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pi's either lurking or out and about or.
Pi does like lurking.
Yes, he
and
does.
And then the least you expect it, he suddenly goes.
Lol.
And we're just like.
He's here just in case if we need any questions answered.
Pi has evolved. No, he didn't. Jeff, they didn't mean that, Jeff. He's like, I'm not Pi. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. One of the first things we're going to cover is kind of the recap, some of the stuff that we showed you boys and girls last week, and I'll go ahead and let Mrs. GM Bubbles go ahead and cover this. Go for it. Get in on it.
So any updates on the recap for stream number 6? Instead of offering a game-specific friend list, and Kurtzpel will be utilizing and integrating the Steam friends list system for the time being. And then for the custom missions, the Chaser Points CP that is required to create custom missions has not been finalized yet, guys. So hold your horses on that, on making any further comments on that. We're still listening through all the feedback though. And there will be no rewards offered for any of the rank gain via the custom mission feature.
So basically, they're trying to cut back on some of the auto grind. So a lot of people are going to want to get in on the custom mission system, but to kind of dial that back, if there's any rank gain through combat using the custom mission system, they're going to nerf that. So that way people aren't trying to sit on. Yeah. See, look at that. See, Rush knows. He's like, oh no, like, no exploit for you, buddy.
And then let's see, players will be receiving affinity points as rewards for repeating completed solo PvE missions.
So that means you guys are not going to be completely nerfed on solo play. So contrary to what we had said last week, there has been some minor changes, and everybody knows that in this phase of game development, there will be some minor changes. You will see stuff that even if we make the announcement, it will be tweaked. So in kind of hearing everybody out, there will be some minor rewards if you continue to solo play in PvE. So there will be the AP points will continue to be awarded if you choose to play solo.
And then trading between Kurtzpel players will be available via the Steam Community Market.
So that's confirmed. We will be taking advantage of the Steam Community Market feature. So for those that are familiar, there will... Is that Marsh?
Yes.
Talk to you later, Dirk, it's me. Yes, I am GM Masha.
GM Dad.
GM Dad.
You get it.
Use body pillow. I can sell my gotcha items for money. Wow. Details for that. Recognize you from Grand Chase. Oh, no kidding, man. You go way back. To kind of list back up, I actually got cornered today by some of my other folks that are in the game industry about the friends list. And this is something I want you guys and girls, and we're going to be very transparent about this. There are some things that we may need to change. So friends lists in Steam, that is your Steam client. So a lot of people don't necessarily want to move over their friends list from an in-game friends list onto their Steam client friends list. But since Kurtzpel is going to be a community-driven game, lean on us about that. So let's see how this is going to work. And if you believe that you do keep your Steam community list different from your in-game friends list, throw it out there. So that's something that we're going to take into consideration. And we will be building that out in this in the Kurtzpel client. So to have an in-game friend system, we have to know why. But at this current moment, what I do want to say is that the reason you don't necessarily see a lot of big development concepts is we have our Kurtzpel team is actually very small. So we do have that, we're trying to build out that indie mindset along with our indie size, but everyone's just like, but aren't you guys creating all these massive game companies with these massive game development teams? Nope, not true. So that being said, let us know. What is the most important for you? Obviously game balance is going to be a big one, especially for a PvP-centric game. Game development, putting out new content, making that content available via like the community market system. So having a small team, taking into account that karma is going to be one of the biggest things that we're going to want to trade or get. Utilizing your Steam friend system, keeping that community going. Those are our top three. Game development, getting that community going, and then obviously creating content and balance specifically for a game that's PvP driven. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Any questions? Let me know more. Yes? No? Yes? Performance, yeah, Blue. But what will happen if Steam friends are in different servers to you in AEU? Well, then, are you in NA? Then you play with your NA friends. If you in EU, then you play with your EU friends. Yeah, no, I agree. Game balance between karma is already haunting our dev team. Not be haunting because it's a bad thing. Haunting is in like, they know that that's focus fire.
Yeah.
What about the classes? Well, technically karma is going to be your designated or archetypal class system. So you can create 10 different characters, and all of the characters are just going to be characters until you arm, obviously, a karma. And then how you build up those karma. On what skills you utilize. Yeah, so. Cuando sai no Brasil?
What? Oh, okay.
We'll be hollering at you in Portuguese a little bit later, but stay tuned. Did you nerf Slayer yet? More on that later.
Slayer as in
Class. Huh?
I think Slayers pertain to both the staff and bone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Slayer class is in the weapons that are under the Slayer class, right?
For some reason, when someone says Slayer, I go straight to sword. I'm like, wait.
You're all like,
Yeah, because you slay things with swords.
please forgive GM Rush. He is very focused on very specific things. You're gonna give him PTSD or like, even mention like.
There are some keywords that I go, wait.
Is that what you meant?
That doesn't sound right.
Key rebinding, very good point, and that's something that we're gonna have to bring up, like when we do like a recap, or you're gonna have to do Q&A on the things that we need to bounce off. Obviously, you're gonna be talking to like Bubbles on through Discord or through our communities, Facebook. Please stay. If you guys aren't part of Facebook, go to Facebook. Sign up on Facebook. It's one of the easiest and fastest way to get communication. So if we want to post up a screenshot, hard to do when you're just spinning chat on Discord. Facebook is parked.
Facebook and Twitter.
Mhm.
Twitter posts as well.
Facebook is so dead, the 12,000 people there would disagree with you. Sorry, not sorry. Honestly, it's not so much about being active versus dead. It's here's a screenshot. It's not going anywhere. Everyone gets to take a look at it, and you get push notifications to say, "Hey, everybody, it's moving on out."
And it's gonna be right there for you to ever look back on if you need to check up on anything as well.
Absolutely.
Easy access.
So, is it because we just are big Facebook fans? No, but it's very easy. It's very permanent. It's very everybody can get an update in real time as long as you move it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Please.
Is
that
Shield Karma win.
It's not a Kurtzpel stream without people requesting for shield inside karmas.
I know. This is like
That's how you kick off the stream.
three different ways, right? They're all where's Shield Karma, where's Scythe Karma.
Rush say Scintilla.
They just want to hear that Aussie accent, man.
They just want to clip you and then send that to Scintilla.
Right? He doesn't even think he has an accent.
Scintilla.
Scintilla.
Oh, I love you guys.
I call him Scintilla today and he Bible thumbs me. I'm just like, oh.
Is the Caribbean going to be NA or let's say? I will get back to you on that. I already have that knocked down. I have to go double check. Puerto Rico, because they do speak both Spanish and English, I got to double check specifically. But I couldn't necessarily say that Jamaica, because it is also AKA Caribbean, going to be on the same server because they do not speak Spanish for the majority of the Jamaican people. So I have to double check. But I do have some of the different islands set up on what servers they're going to be going to. So I will get back to you guys on that. Could you remind me later?
Yeah,
So
and if anybody has any questions on like their region or what part of region that they belong to and we haven't covered it yet, just DM it to me and I'll definitely add it to the list for us to check up on.
Nippon, check you. Microtransactions for any game costume content will very much so be limited to aesthetics. But there may also be boosters, so experience or CV or stuff like that. So none of it will be game changing, game breaking in regards to balance. So no, you can't buy stats. Will gear stats be normalized in PvP? It's not separated. Game comes PvP first, then PvE. So game is PvP focused. Anybody else? We'll have GPG modes, something for the guilds. Ah, good thing you brought that up. As we mentioned before, with the new custom missions, they're going to be going 3v3. This is not necessarily going to be immediately available, but you are correct. We're moving in the right direction. I will keep sending this danged question until I get an answer. Which one was it?
Zion Siren?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We noticed that one, but we know.
I know, I was like, wait, sorry. So sorry. What happened? Are there going to be guns? No.
Pew, pew.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Maybe. No. I mean, well, why would you gun versus bow?
I think they just like Rufus. That's a grand shit.
Bang bang. Oh, Rufus. Oh, I have a special relationship. Mishani! I have a special relationship with Rufus. Mish! What are you doing here? Are there going to be sides?
There it is.
Please, no guns when we have bow. Or maybe, like Liar's second job. Good dual wielding crossbows.
Oh.
That sounds obnoxious, but very cool.
It is. It was because her crossbows were stacked on their bolts, so she can go tuck, 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 and it made this really cool sound.
So it's like SMG crossbows, pretty much?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, look. So her ulti was, or not her ulti, but her 200 cast, where she went like this, and it threw 2 arcs around her of bolts from the crossbow. Didn't do any damage, but it looked cool for like a second.
Style points.
Style, exactly. If you can win by style. Would you be able to change servers? No, NA West and NA East will not have separate server. Good question. Now we find out later on, rocket launcher, I'm down. If I could rocket jump off a fool's head in combat, I would literally pay any cost.
Oh my god, stop enabling them.
No.
No, that's me. That's
No
me. Like
rocket
literally.
launches.
You're
No.
gonna enable
See,
them.
Quake, bingo. Quake 2 specifically, combat 1998. That's how bad that was. That's a spear karma. I'm with you on that.
Spear.
Spear, yeah. See,
But rocket launches is a bit too.
Market Gardener karma. I miss pie too.
We all miss pie.
Who said the Korean name? If the team is small, how are you going to push esports? Because the player base isn't going to be small. So the dev team isn't going to be the one playing. So if you wanted the dev team to play, I feel very bad for you. Now the dev team's going to be like, quit calling us noobs! So I'm going to be like, sorry. Okay, so can we move on? Or are there any other questions in regards to the recap that we had last week? Are we shooting for esports? Absolutely, we already have partnerships.
Where should be esports coach?
Uh,
Step 1, play Blazing Fist.
we will be working on optimization in regards to server access. Actually, so far, we're going to be working on a very intelligent server system which will expand and retract based on the number of people on the designated servers, therefore optimizing in real time and being able to create a better service play environment for those on those designated servers. More on that later, though. I'm not going to get into the nerd speak. Are you guys going to add healer? Ooh. You know, believe it or not, I don't believe we have a healer on the docket. Because healer is counterintuitive to the direct damage that the game is built on. So I don't know. That might. So I'm not saying that that's not going to happen, but as of right now, no, they're not looking to have a healer in focus or designated healers. Give me healer. Right. Okay. So any more questions about last week? Recap. In PvP, have difference in the items. In PvP, you will different items. So now I'm going to go ahead and recap again on the whole PvP focus versus PvE focus. The game is built on a PvP background or backbone, and then we take that same concept and apply that to PvE. So whatever takes place in PvP, that's first and foremost. How that affects PvE, that may be something we'll revisit at a later time. Yeah. Support comments though. Right, but when you're on a 2v2 team, and the only thing your support guy is heal and run, that puts a big old reticle on their head. So I'm from that school. The minute I see a healer hit the battlefield, guess who I'm taking out first?
Healer's down first.
Healer's down.
They usually switch it and defenseless.
And if you focus on healer, your assault or intercept is going to now have to intercept you, which means now you got a healer 2v1, and then your buddy is going to go back behind and start dropping AoE DD on your entire team. So, ball. Sorry, I have absolutely no sympathy for the 2v2 format, which is also why it's one of my favorite.
Yes.
All right, hearts. Thank you. If EU has lag demons and NA has 1000 low P angels, which server will the lag demons in? Well, since the EU servers. Okay, so funny thing, when you have a server, so let's take EU into account. The European Union is actually relatively small. So, and because we're going to centralize the servers, those in the European Union are actually going to be pretty solid. So you'll be able to ping all in relative. What do you call it? Proximity. However, in the U.S., since I feel bad for our New York guys or whatever, so we're going to expand it later. But if we base our servers in L.A. and somebody's playing from New York,
That's gotta be.
or somebody's playing from Montreal or Toronto, we'll have. Then now we're talking about optimization on how we're going to be able to shorten the jump on that. It's not that easy. Obviously, does the ping kind of equal out or balance out over the long term, especially with server optimization? Yes. But West Coast sometimes. But when you have a central server in Europe, your immediate, from the surrounding countries, your immediate ping is all going to be pretty solid. West Coast, Best Coast, oh, hearts. Use body pillow source. What happened?
I don't know.
Just phrasing. So they're all used body pillow source. You.
Okay.
Masha, what karma did you play in CBT or during internal testing? Always Talia, and then Blazing. Oh, not Blazing Fist. Witch.
Yeah.
Always.
Mosh.
Always.
You know, it's funny because I thought Mosh would be like a Blazing Fist fan.
He looks like a Blazing Fist kind of guy.
I like the intercept, and then DD. So I want short to mid range on intercept, but I want to be able to intercept, and Talia's got one of the best intercepts in the game. Then not because that it doesn't have the intercept rush capability of Blazing, but you can't change direction mid run.
Yes.
With Talia, you can cut short and then change direction as long as you've got the build up to do so. So yeah, so even I can get knocked down on a rush. That part I hate, similar to like Elsword's Chung leap.
Yeah.
So I can be interrupted, but as long as I have interrupt, it's immediate knockdown. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
but with you have your rush with Blazing, you take damage the whole time you're charging forward, and I'm like ow ow ow, can't change, ow ow ow, and then if somebody's there to catch, if you miss, you're still gonna take damage.
But if we hit,
but
you're stuck.
But you're still taking damage. Even if you grab somebody and you use the drag, you're taking damage the whole time. You don't have iframes on that.
Yeah, but
That frightens me. I don't like being that committed. I want to be able to change
it's
my
high
mind.
risk, high reward, man. You gotta high risk it.
Right. Chung Cannon Karma win. That'll take care of the rocket people too.
Yes.
The costumes between genders
We
going
do
to
that on
match,
a
or does
pendulum
each
karma.
costume have different designs for each gender?
Come again.
This one, pretty much are costumes between genders going to match, or does each costume have a different design for each gender?
Good question. So so all of our costumes are unisex. So you're not going to have a guy costume versus girl costume, but you are correct. The costume design of same costume on the male is going to look different than on the female. So I mean, you don't want a big bulky like armor set on a guy, and then you put that same costume on a girl, and it's the same big bulky armor set. They are going to tailor it to the body form and formatting of the female character versus the male character. So good question. So we're going to want to see the differences on what the costumes look like from male to female, and we're going to go ahead and show you a little bit something later on. Bulky armor confirmed? No! What I mean is if. I didn't say it. I said if. But can I wear a skirt on my shota? Yes! Because, okay, so this is what I mean by unisex. Is it's not going to be pants on a guy and then a skirt on the girl. If it's a skirt costume, it's going to be a skirt on the guys too. So your shota and your traps are very much so maintained. Well, that's what I'm looking for. No, we're good. Good. Yeah, or you know what? It could be a kilt. It could be a kilt. Rejoice, my trap brethren. Are we gonna get WoW shoulder armor? Okay, so I think we're done with this. We're kind of carrying on a bit. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Yes.
Our next topic. We are going to be throwing up a site on the Kurtzpel site looking for you guys and girls to help us out. So one of the things that has kind of slowed down, and one of the reasons we did slow down on like our European launch, not necessarily just from the technical side, is for the fact that in Europe, you guys have something called different languages other than English. Who knew? Who would admit that it was like, oh, you know, since the game's in English, we just launch globally, right? Oh, hell no. So instead of going out and falling face first into the hells of what it was like working with a third-party company for localization and stuff like that, trust me, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Not saying that there aren't good translators out there. I mean, I love our internal folks to death. I mean, definitely holler at your boy Pi and GM Bitsy and GM Barley too. They bring all of the magic in very short time, but we need your help. We're going to need your helps with languages like French, languages like German, languages like Russian, languages like obviously all of our people out in Brazil, so Portuguese. We're going to need help with Turkish. We're also going to need help. I mean, with some of the languages where we don't necessarily have as many players, like Vit, perfectly fine, please. But we're going to launch a site where, no, we don't have Spanish covered. We need Spanish, we need French, we need German, we need Portuguese, we need Russian. But those are going to be more of our focus languages because that's where we have the most interest. You know, I can't say that, you know, if somebody speaks Lao and they want to help, let's do it. I speak Ween fluently. I can help with Portuguese. Thank you. But we're going to have people that will be able to flawless weeb. But even though we will have some people helping out and with the translation from Portuguese, they would like to help with other people that have that love. Do we have British English covered? I'm not even sure how to respond to that. So thank you for the hosted radio.
Yes.
Thank you for the host.
GM Rush, timed out deep traveler. Ha! Anyway, we got the opportunity, and we want you guys to be able to help us out. So, like I said, we've worked with other professional companies, and it did not bode well for us. So, who better to help out but those who want to help out? Those people are players who want to see, Chinese too, very much so. Yes. Those who want to help us out and make the game succeed, who want to see the game go to the next level, who want more players. And you have more players when you have a game that's serviced in their native language. Very much so. We got the Vietnamese translation love. Also, what we're going to need help with and signing up for is our community. So you guys want to help out with our different mods from all of the different social networking platforms that we have, even on Discord. We will have that opportunity too. So we'll list where we need some help and some volunteers. And you guys let us know what you want to help us out with. Is this going to go unrewarded? Of course not. So we're going to have some stuff that Kurtzpel is a possible esport, very much so. So we are going to have what opportunities we're looking to help with. Volunteers, yes, very Rook Fox.
Nice.
We got some volunteers coming. We will compensate. People offering to translate, getting paid, compensate. What? I mean, do you think that honestly, like, we would want to have our game just kind of like get casual with, oh, here's some words in Spanish or something like that, and you guys want to help? And thank you, Paraguay, for the host. And I totally derailed my train of thought. So you guys and girls want our game to do well. We want our game to do well. So you guys putting that level of dedication, effort, and your heart into helping us with things like supporting the community, translations, and stuff like that, we want to reward you. Just to say basically thanks for being there to help us out and have us all move up in that direction. How would we help? How would the process be? I mean, we're going to have more information on that. So when we actually launch the site, where you get to volunteer, you get to choose where you want to volunteer, and who would ever troll a translation? Japanese audio? When? Are you really? We will be launching the volunteer site soon. So probably, I want to say no later than our launch date. So we'll have it up on our main website. But it's not a Japanese game, so why would it have Japanese audio? Truth.
There's a poll for that.
Will there be 1v1 PvP and raid dungeons? We've already covered that the 1v1 PvP with the custom missions will allow whoever creates the room to create a 1v1 environment. So absolutely. You want translation? Oh, we get that sand people. Do you think the minimum amount of characters for a character name would be changed to 3 instead of 4? Probably not. So the character limitations for name generation at this point are pretty much solid because we've please news. So faster translations, faster EU release? No. The faster translation means you guys get to have a better game experience. And the EU release, again, the reason it's launching off when it did is we have our server issues that we're trying to push through. We have a very small team, so open a GoFundMe or something. So we have a very small team. Why would you guys want Japanese audio for a game that's not Japanese?
I think there's a comfort factor that comes with it.
But you wouldn't have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles being all weaved out because they all have Japanese. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you guys. So I like to troll like our own internal people way more than I like trolling you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Diesel.
The amount of times he leaves me speechless in the day, I'm just like.
Arg. Portuguese VO. We might be working on that, but do you guys have any idea how absolutely crazy VO is working with VO? TMNT Japanese confirmed. I mean, we got TMNT Batman. I mean, so anything's possible. Hey, that was actually a good arc.
I know, but at the same time, I drifted another direction.
Batman Ninja? Is that the one you were talking about?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
My buddy is actually the producer for that show, so be nice. No, you don't have to. I won't be nice, but
Okay.
Us webs are leaving now. Okay, so we will let everybody know when the volunteer program is going to go live. It will be on the main website, so keep your eyes and ears posted to our social media, because we'll give you guys a heads up before it pops live, and then you can get right to it and let us know when you want to do it. Next, this is why you're all here, right? So actually, we'll go ahead and give everybody like a moment to go get your friends and stuff, because we're about to show you things for World's First in regards to what is coming down the pipe for Kurtzpel.
Grab your popcorn, boys and girls.
How would translation work? Will you all give us the entire file? Ah, good question. So we're actually working on how to communicate that base file to have everybody there. So maybe like Google Docs, maybe secured stuffs. I can't give too much information. I'm just gonna let them know like what it is that we're working on. So we'll let you know. More in-game footage. What?
I got my pop. Oh my god, that's
More
cute.
thick bosses. I know, right?
No, doggy. No.
Everyone's getting
Become a
popcorn.
translator to get my story leaks. You are on point and you know exactly what that's all about. I don't like it because Rush can tell you, you get a teaser anywhere near me and I'll get violent.
Yeah.
I do not do teasers. So for me, like to see like the story in advance and working on translation, I'm like, oh.
Now I know what's gonna happen.
No, I'm like, no.
Spoil yourself.
Right? Like it's part of my job, like I'm translating, I'm all, now I know.
Yeah. Cool.
Will there be a concept art book? We are working on real world swag stuff, and that is definitely something we want. That's one of our top 3 swag items that we want to do.
I love art books.
Yes, he does.
I just like buying merch, so.
Will the service be able to hold 100 million Brazilians? Oh. Swag hat, right? Hoodie or riot? Dude, I'm on the same page there. Heck yes.
I love hoodies. I'm wearing one right now.
True.
He always wears something with a hood.
I know.
Because every single jacket he has even has like a sewn on hood sometimes.
I'm sorry, I know there's Portuguese right there, so you cannot answer. Any footage of the upcoming classes? Not yet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Rush, and Rush is going to show you a little something that we have coming down the pipe. You ready?
Are you ready, guys?
Are you ready?
It's time for the new stuff.
He cracks his knuckles.
Right?
That's how you know it's getting
prepared.
Time to get real.
Alright, guys, we're gonna start with a costume set that was actually shown off with GM Pie's live stream.
With
The
that
surprise.
pop live stream.
Yeah!
Here we go.
You guys remember there was a costume that Pie showed off, I guess, in its concept form. Well, we have a footage for you guys of this beautiful combat set. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for it to play because we need to pick it up.
There we go.
There it is.
So this is a video showcasing the new Vanguard costume set that will be available exclusively in the Founders Pack.
Yes.
So we're gonna go through and show you how the costume suit would look with different characters wielding different comments. So you just saw the Talia Greatsword. Now this is the Dance of Winds. Well, Founders Pack it is.
That's sort of sick. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for that Talia.
Throw pogs in the chat, guys.
Yes, the dagger that you guys can see on the side there is the one you get for achieving B rank during the closed beta test. So
Look at that floating crystal.
Yes, and
on
spinning
staff.
too?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
What? Floating rocks, 10 out of 10.
I really love the looks of these weapons.
And that's
What
the
is
blazing
that?
fist.
Blazing Fist.
Blazing fist.
What is that? Oh, you got little like blinky jewel thingy on the fist.
Right?
I love my gauntlets.
I love my gauntlets too.
No, you love your gauntlets in a way that I don't love. I know it sounds Ultimate comes with renamed Snap.
Alright.
I think what I liked about it was that it had the fashionable high collar, but even though the girl had long hair, it didn't clip her hair either.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Very important.
10 out of 10 fists. Oh, I love you guys.
Alright. I'm gonna show you guys some action shots.
Well, you figured if somebody does snap, and if you're a fist and you're fighting one of the players on the other team, isn't that technically killing 50% of their team?
Yeah.
See? Ultimate snap, 50% dead. Truth.
Blazing Fist is.
What do you think about ult damage and how high it scales once you max out your ult skill? That is actually something that we're going to be taking into account, and balance in that capacity has already been taken into consideration. So, very much so.
Yes.
Damage to damage, especially, we started looking more on the 1B circuit. So when you have a larger AoE area, comparable, would you want to take the damage that is mitigated over that large AoE area versus playing against a character that's going to be focus fire? So obviously the focus fire damage is going to be bigger and better because you're only hitting one character, especially if we're opening up to a 3v3 environment. You can focus fire on one dude all you want, but because it takes so long to execute your ulti on Blazing Fist, and if you're sustaining damage during that entire time, to me, go ahead and ulti one of my teammates. That's going to lock you down so you can't move. Unless you want to cancel that ulti, that's not going to happen. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
So if you're Moshe's partner,
you're
the meat shield is what he's saying.
Yeah, basically, if in the zombie apocalypse, you're the first one I'm tripping. Because you don't have to be the fastest, you just have to outrun your friend.
Yeah.
So if somebody else gets caught, thanks for meat shielding. Go ahead and keep them there. I'm glad your life is big, so it's going to take a while to beat on you.
Natural selection at its finest. Mosh being the decider.
I'm going to show you guys some action shots now of that Vanguard costume suit. So we're going to start off with the Sword of Talia. So there you can actually get a good glimpse of that big, beautiful sword slashing the training dummy. You can see all the gems now. Now it has one gem by the hilt, one gem on the top.
I like how the blue gems glisten, like they actually stand out too.
Big damage in 4K.
I mean, I'd say Sword of Talia.
Yes, poor dummy son. Dance
of Winds.
Oh, wow, that dude's in a world of hurt.
Another very...
Oh, rip. See? Yorai gets me.
Actually, this time you actually get a better look at the costume, especially now it's a still.
Well, you notice that her release hand? I'm getting all like technical. So when you pull your hand back away from the bow, your hand's supposed to be open. And so it kind of shows the amount of detail. And what it does is it clears your arrow. So when you do hold on your offhand and you let go of a bow, your hand is supposed to be open before it passes your cheek. So that kind of shows you the level of dedication and detail that the art team has taken into
they went to do some archery and research.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, so let's
man.
Go to everyone's favorite karma, kind of. Diabolic Witch! With a nice jump action fireball.
Anime finish.
Yes.
That is, look at the hair falling in the same direction that the drop is moving in. Superhero, freaking exaggerated motion on the arms and legs. Damn. Now, see what I would have liked to have seen is like some more like action shots on movement coming off the staff, so it literally looks like she volleyed the fireball off the end of the staff.
Just like chucked it.
Yeah, like chucked it. Bob on the noggin.
Alright, and the last one is of course my favorite hammer, cough. Blazing Fist, except
she's kicking and not touching.
Spinning back kick. Tail of the dragon.
Right there.
You know, it's at the point of impact. Training dummy is fly.
He's flying.
Training dummy is the strongest warrior of us all.
Why you bully my man, the training dummy?
Yay, fisting with feet.
Oh god.
Phrasing.
Alright. So yes, that is the new Vanguard combat set.
Yes.
You guys like it?
I loves it.
You loves it?
I loved it.
Which
I'm just glad we get to show them because I've been looking at it for a minute now.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't even say anything.
And for the longest time, these guys only saw the concept art. They didn't actually get to see it in game,
Like
but now they do both video and screenshots, which I'm sure they've clipped and started sharing already all over.
Pumped up kicks. Action shots. Male version. All right. So, on to the next new content.
We have more.
Yes, this one's probably the bigger one that more people will be excited on, probably.
How many people wanted to see actual new game content?
Right? So we've got a new PvP map to show you guys, specifically Deathmatch.
Wow.
This map will be called Secret Portal Gathering, so get ready!
The music's intense, so please let us know if the audio level's too high.
Yes. So we'll also be using it on a custom mission.
We're going to let you guys listen to this first, so we're not going to be commentating. Enjoy. And that's game.
I was ready for the blue haired girl.
I wonder why. What's that bubble tech called?
Ugh.
I demand the trailer music be permanent now.
Right? At Jeff. Don't throw Jeff under the bus. Okay, so we will be appointing that to YouTube. That will come later on, but we just wanted to make sure that you guys and girls got to see the new content coming out first, right here. So make sure you stay tuned, and we're definitely going to keep more info, new content, and everything else like that coming via coming soon. So. Archer's damage has been reduced. We told you?
I think all of them were like pink, super
oh,
close
yeah,
attention.
they were like every arrow that was in the air, they're all fix
They're
it.
writing down the numbers like.
Yeah, Blast Arrow got nerfed. It's not nerfed, it got balanced. It's a big difference. What's the point of AP? So you can spend it in game for stuff. Will the rebirth system be free? There will be some rebirths, but I mean, to have infinite rebirths? No. Founders Pack price? We'll let you know soon.
Mm-hmm.
No more pockets? Founders Pack price? We'll let you know soon. Can we continuously customize our character's appearance, or do we need character remake tickets? If you guys remember correctly, do you remember the dev saying that, remember we got that free remake in the beginning of the game?
Rebirth?
Yeah, the rebirth?
First rebirth.
The first rebirth.
First rebirth.
English. I don't know if that's going to stay. Now, obviously, we want you guys to be able to experience the ability, or especially after you jump into game and you see that, you know, something you had on the character creation screen didn't necessarily translate well into what it's going to look like in game. That transition has been like cancer as far as I've been concerned for ages. Every single game that has a more in-depth character creation process, as soon as you see that in game, you're like, that's not what it looked like on the character creation screen.
Yeah.
So I'd like to basically suggest that we give players the opportunity that within the first day or two, you have the option to have that one time, like maybe a timed item that, you know, within 48 hours of character creation, you can modify.
Yeah.
And then if you don't use it within 48 hours, it disappears.
Your chance is gone.
But yeah, just for those that work on the character creation process and then don't like the way it looks in game, that's always been something that I thought would be amazing. Can't make any promises, but that's what I would love to suggest. And you guys back me on this. Make sure that goes up on the suggestions. Founder pack price, we'll let you know later.
Yes.
Will you be able... Okay, sharing items on characters. Your overall stats, cash, and stuff like that is account-wide, not character-specific. So remember that. Yep, we did cover that. Okay. You're very welcome.
I forgot where the camera is.
What is this? Gorodama.
Hey, Gorodama, how are you?
So, what is this? Any questions? Okay, that's pretty much all the stuff we've covered.
Stuff.
Unless you guys have Deep Traveler, I'll let you know later. Will there be a couple system?
Marriage system.
Yeah, it's called PvP. 2v2. Huh? Oh, they're like, GM dad, piss off. Nice dad joke. Let me know. Let Bubbles know. Let Rush know. When you see the different questions that you have and you want to expand upon that, go ahead and hit us up. Oh, so outfits are shared? No, yes. Well, okay, so
inventory is shared account.
well, this is what I was going to get at. So one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is characters in Kurtzpel, unless you're going to change up your look or change up a dynamic, your one character, you have multiple karma. You can basically have the ability to build out different builds.
Yes.
It's not character specific, it's more account specific. So at any point in time, you can change up your one character. Unless you just want one guy character, one girl character. Then that's all the aesthetic people. That's very much so
you
different.
want one like fashionista character, another like serious, more weird. That it happens.
Oh, I know. How many characters do you have on Elsewhere?
Let's not get into that.
Have you hit your character cap?
Multiple times.
So, that being said, no, we're not ruling it out. We just want to kind of get an idea of where we're going to be at, and you guys are going to have to show us, not by telling us, show us through kind of how the game is going to progress and how you play. There are so many things that are speculative, so many things that are going to be subjective, but until you guys are actually in game and moving through the process of character creation, through combat, through moving through the different maps, through some of the things, you'll have to show us exactly how we want to see the game move, what direction we want the game to move in, and what's going to make sense for everybody. So one person may actually think this is the greatest thing ever, and another group of players could hate it. So we don't know. No, GM Jeff, thigh slider is approved, but it's not going to be something we're putting in game. Who doesn't love thigh sliders? We all do. That's what they meant initially when they said approved. Thigh sliders are not going into the game, but we'd love it if they did. Just not going to happen. Make sense? Any plans to change the training dummy to an actual player character model? Wow!
They want to feel
Why so mean? Like, I want to be able to put my arch nemesis's name or ex-boyfriend, girlfriend on the dummy is what I'm hitting it. I'm now driven with passion.
Can I upload a custom image to put on the dummy's face?
Right? Oh, right. No. I understand what you meant by rebirthing stats. But similar to kind of what's going on with a lot of other games, you're only going to be able to reset stats so many times. So we'll let you guys take a look. So when you go on to play the game, especially with in early access, will there be Kurtzpel will be free to play?
Yes.
So even though so all of the game content itself has free to play options to obtain. The only way that we're going to put a paywall up is specifically for aesthetics only. Is there going to be an option to hide certain pieces of the armor? Good question. Almost like the like Phantom systems, to where you can turn off, like if you don't like helmets, you want to turn off helmets and stuff like that. Definitely strong suggestion.
I think we can actually write that down too.
Yeah. Will there be an option to hide head accessories? No, that's what we just talked about. So yeah, that'd be a fantastic suggestion, and I fully agree. I'm not a big helmet person. I mean, definitely if I had stats on my helmet, I want the stats, but I don't want this big god awful, like, look like a
It's happened many times.
Christmas
Where
tree
you're like,
topper. No thanks.
Great stats. Alright.
Are there going to be any mounts? Not yet. I don't think the maps are ever going to be big enough to warrant having mounts.
You're like on a mount for like 2 seconds and you hop off pretty much.
Right.
It's gonna be kind of obnoxious.
The furry ears. I know. What about dual sword? Dual sword is coming.
Please watch your language in the chat, guys.
Titles through accomplishments, right? Earlier you had us vote on weapons. Will those weapons be available in EA? Oh, no. Our development process is very much different. Everything that you guys have seen so far, weapon-wise, minus dual souls, is going to be available during early access. So dual souls will be coming out very soon, but not at early access. Shortly after. Will ranks be reset and playing in season? Maybe. GM Jeff, can you confirm? Summon. What does Dokebi say?
What does what say?
The Dokebi? The... Woody. GM Jeff?
From single player mouse, you want multiplayer mouse?
Right.
Ooh, dual souls. Yes, dual souls.
Dual souls. Later. Weaponized thighs. Phrasing.
What about?
Seasons. Season ranks.
Ranks.
Yes.
GM Jeff.
Ooh,
Will ranks reset based on season? Restart? Refresh? Or stay the same? Please. Chainsaw Garters. Right. Rocket knee socks. Rad.
What's all the rockets?
No, seasons. Like your rank, your PvP rank. Will it reset based on seasons? Thigh souls when?
Oh.
Don't answer that, GM Jeff. I meant about the ranks.
Everyone's just like waiting.
GM Jeff is checking. He will be with us momentarily. Thigh
See.
class. Waiting.
Are there going to be pets in game? That's been a topic that's been brought up. You guys can talk about it more within the Discord too, to get more ideas to pitch on pets and karmas.
He didn't die souls where. I know. The Steam market, tradable items will be like CSGO skin.
We do consider the seasons, but not confirmed yet, says Jeff.
Okay, so basically what GM Jeff is talking about is we're already aware. We're going to confirm that the PvP rollout for like leagues will be season by season, but not whether or not it's going to be resetting every season. So I agree with you guys. I think that upon start versus close of season, there should be a reset so that different teams can have a different setup. You can see that return on investment based on rank, on who you team up with in order to move or progress. But it's a PvP game, so I think the season with rank reset is important. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is that emote you just used?
He keeps using that one. I love his emotes.
Jeff has great emojis.
He does.
Unique emojis.
Will there be 3v3 PvP? That has been confirmed through the custom mission system that will be available later. One of the options will be 1v1 and 3v3. Will there be some neat rewards for getting a certain PvP rank, as it is purely bragging rights? Yes. I'm not going to say what, though. Answer question one. Where? Which one? Bethea, which question?
There's a lot of questions.
Oh, I think he was asking.
When will you guys introduce new karmas? Will founder purchases be given an exclusive skin for that weapon on release?
The Founders Pack purchases are the Vanguard set. Once our Founders Packs fall off the shop, it will no longer be available. So those who are here with us for the purchase of the Founders Pack, that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So unlike some of the games that you've seen go on Steam that have called about exclusivity and not fell through or not held true to the exclusivity, I'm not going to push anybody under the bus yet. We mean it. So if once the Founders Pack falls off the shop, it's gone forever. We're going to wreck the set. So those who have it, have it. Those who don't. Can never get again. When will Founders Packs go on sale? Hopefully on launch. And then they will be available through the launch of Europe, through the launch of Asia, and then after Asia launches, there will be a time when the game goes gold or launches permanently. That's when the Founders Packs are going to come down. Is it going to be like forever? No, not at all. Can I sell the Founders? Oh, hey, you guys are trying to stack purchases. Evil. No confirmation yet. We already thought about that though. So you may be happy with our response, but you may not. Will the Founders Pack go on to future karmas? Nice question. Very much like with the other games that we service, there is a retro. So if you arm a new karma that hasn't been introduced or was not in the game when that costume was released, will the graphics of that costume apply to the new karmas? I'm going to say yes. If somebody proves me wrong later, I'll eat my hat.
Clip that.
You know it's going to get clipped.
I know it is. I'm hoping it'll get clipped because also I'm going to hold that against GM Jeff too.
Make Jeff eat the hat with you. They're fine dining with candles and you just like cutting the hat.
I know.
with a
We're putting
steak
like
knife.
gochujang on the hat. And you're like, hey, look, now we're having ethnic hat eating.
Oh god.
Spicy. My Masha wants to eat hats, right? You're like, now we hope this happens,
It's a delicacy.
right? Cosmetics are all droppable during PvE, or will it only buy cosmetics? Good question. Who knows? To be completely honest, I would love to have like limited events where if you participate during like an Easter event, you get Easter ears or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have that happen, but I can't promise that because again, guys, we have a very small dev team. So if we're focused, furry focused. If we focus on game balance, if we focus on launching new content, if we focus on launching new karma, it would behoove us to not fracture the team so that we're trying to do 5 things at once. So if we focus and get that knocked out and perfected, in theory, that's what we want to do. Now, if you guys start showing us how dedicated you are and we're able to actually land a foothold on Kurtzpel and grow and grow and grow, and we're able to make more money and expand the dev team, hell yeah, that's what's on the docket. That's what we want to do. That's the plan. But to start with, it's going to be small. So we got to move at the rate that's going to make sense for us. And so obviously we want to launch new karma because in a PvP game, content is everything.
Yeah.
And in a PvP game, weapons being what the archetypal job classes are built on, we need more of them. So that's going to lock us down. So are we going to be able to try to do more? Absolutely. Let's grow Kurtzpel together. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not to sound all like, thanks guys. But that's true. That's at the end of the day what we need to be doing. What if we want to play in a team of 5? Then suggest it.
GM Rush Hunting. Yeah, that happened in the closed beta.
Is that as in like the Hunt GM Rush event?
Some players started a group called the RHG, Rush Hunting Guild.
Okay, so Rush Hunting Guild, if you guys are paying attention, I will help by funding certain events. So if it's like hey, let's go find GM Rush, and he jumps in on a 3v3 team going, hey everybody, it's me, GM Rush, I will pay your teammates to leave so that the other team can come find Rush and murder you.
I'll be the guild cheerleader.
But you see,
Chad class win.
No.
But then I found the
Tribal tattoos.
RHG.
It's like throwing beer bottles as its karma. Oh.
Like it'd be like a trimmed beard and like
Wife beater.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, sorry to all the Chads out there.
Rush Chads. Chad confirmed.
It's okay.
Will character customization be as diverse as it was during CBT, or potentially better or restricted? We're going to open it up more and continue to expand the game to where you have more options. So, at least that's our goal.
Yes. Rush dads.
Rush dads? Who would you play? Is the Founders Pack including a skin for each karma?
Or do you choose which karma? So in other words, if you buy the Founders Pack, you get the Vanguard for sword, bow, staff, and gauntlet, so you just pick one. Is what he's asking.
Great question. GM Jeff. GM Jeff. When you buy a costume, do you have to select which karma comes with that costume?
Or do you get all?
Please do. Please do.
Or does it automatically skin over the karma that you
Furry
select?
suit cosmetic win, right? If you'll be adding more options for character customization, can we get free customization passes? Oh, good question. So if we add like a new cosmetic feature, will those who did not have access to said cosmetic feature when they created their character get a free pass to add or detract from whatever it is that they want to do to have the feature take care of? GM Jeff class win. A GM Jeff class, he'd have to have his karma would be spear.
Yes.
It would have to be, and not like weapon spear, like as in like Goldberg spear. Like he just like double leg takedown.
One shots.
One shot. We have more than one race like in the game. We're hoping to. Yeah, different races has been. Again, I missed the question.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, so for the Founders Pack, if they purchase it, do they get all the karmas for the Vanguard combat set, or do they just get one karma? Like, do they get sword, bow, fist, and staff, or do they just pick one, or the one they're currently using?
Yeah, if we sell any of the costume sets or we give costume sets, do they have to pick one karma, or does it apply to the karma that's on the
Character.
the character? Please say all. Right? Elsewhere GM PvP delay for 30 minutes.
We do have to start wrapping up soon. Just hit
We should have been wrapping up like 10 minutes ago. Go.
Or it's okay. We'll wait for GM.
Brisks. We only need one confirmation, guys, and then that's it. We're going to go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah.
GM Jeff. GM Jeff. GM Jeff.
We should have like a dedicated like summoning dance for Jeff. When we
Will
want him to
Founder's
answer.
outfit be able to die? Rad question. Because I would seriously, if I can go gray and black on the Vanguard set,
Oh, yeah.
all day. All day.
I kind of guess you'd go for that kind of color scheme.
Or if I could do like a gunmetal gray and green. Oh.
Like change the color of the gems and then the actual, yeah.
Ah. Founders Pack price later.
Jeff.
Jeff-sama. Hello?
Jeff,
It's me.
Jeff, check.
Yeah, Jeff check.
I
I need to check. Told you guys, sorry.
It's like a bunch of little kids like, Jeff!
Jeff is not.
You can hear the. Let us know on Discord. Yeah, you know what? Actually, we'll go ahead and do that, guys. We'll get confirmation from GM Jeff about the application of costume to what particular karma, if not all. We'll get back to you. Thank you so much, everybody. We need to balance. Our Elsword players are about to start losing their minds. Love you guys.
See you guys.
See you soon.
Bye!
Go to the